Ba 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 ba. Yes, okay. Now I got the audio thing working with that. Okay. Pull this up. Switch out. That. Pause that. And there is the chat. Cool. Cool beans. Pause that. Chat over here. Okay, cool. You've been watching since the past 5 years. Well, thank you. I appreciate the support. Okay, it's working. I was waiting for the inevitable thing that starts every stream where my tablet doesn't work and I have to reset it, and then I have to remove it. I have to move all the windows all over again to the right area. So that's good. So yeah, welcome back, everyone. Just gonna keep chugging along on this. So yeah, gonna be a pretty chilled stream today. Okay, let's see what we need. All these are. Yes, this guy. Whoops, that doesn't need. So how's everyone doing? White fill on that, and then hopefully this will be hopefully I'll be a little bit quicker on this. Or not quicker, but hopefully I will keep the same pace that I was going before, because Flash did just Flash did update this year. Lovely New Year's. It is now Adobe Animate 2021. So now all the UI is a little bit different. It's always enjoyable. Yeah, that's what it. So I've been doing these past couple streams with this is I already have most of the storyboard done. It's in orange. That's the old stuff. I'm just kind of refining it a bit more, making the characters a little bit more anatomically correct. Kind of tweaking a bit and also like doing a revision, I guess, per se. Trying to change the angles. See how I see what I think of them after having them sit for a while. All right. There we go. How long does it take to make a video? Well, a long time. Depends on who you speak to. There's some animators who can make videos in, I don't know, like in a couple weeks, and others that take literally years. Depends on your workflow, but for me, I really honestly can't tell you. I feel like I'm changing my work, my style, well, not my style, but my workflow the way I work on things. I feel like I change it up every time I get back to work, so it's always changing. Sometimes I do stuff that makes it go quicker, and other times I somehow make things go slower. Still trying to work on that. Did I change this yet? I'm not sure if I changed his body type a bit. I'm not sure if I like it. Oh no, wait, I did. If anything, once I start the animation, I can tweak it some more. It serves its purpose. Oh. I hope the audio levels are doing good. I have the music kind of really low. I could bring it up a bit, but I don't want it to overshadow when I'm talking. I can be a little bit quiet too sometimes. Good. Just color her in, and then we'll go to the next frame. Okay, I'll be back in a little bit. Why do I paint it white? It's just for, I guess, personal reason. I don't know, like for this is just the storyboard, so I'm filling in the parts, the characters in with white, where the background is a little bit is gray. That's just for the sake of clearly showing where the characters are. And I've also color keyed them to be blue is for Claire, green is for Isaac, just to keep them in track, and that way I can actually see the frame a bit better and see if, like, you know, the positioning of the characters and the camera angle, and see if it's actually pretty good. And it just looks a little bit more appealing, especially for portfolio reasons. If I want to save this as a portfolio for storyboarding for any future job prospects, it's better to have it like this versus having it like this, which is a little bit muddled. Have the characters in the white, still white. It'll show what's a character and what's a background. I may be doing this wrong. I have no real experience in storyboarding. I've never really done any lessons on it, and I know there's an art to that by its own right. Storyboard revisionists and stuff know what they're doing in that field, and I don't really know much. So I'm doing what I think looks good. You think you're gonna finish the Clairvoyant? At this rate, never. But no, honestly, I have no clue. My schedule's been a bit janky these past couple weeks. I've been I just got back from vacation, and now I'm trying to get back into the swing of things, and for all I know, I'm gonna need to cover some shifts at work at my day job, or things are just gonna go smoothly again. It's hard to say. Also depends on what my wife wants to do. If she wants to do something or play something or watch something. Usually in the evenings I try to work on things, but it's dependent on how things are going. But I'm trying to get myself a consistent schedule. And at least at the moment, I'm not really hooked on any like crazy video games. So I'm trying to take advantage of that. Or usually with my ADHD, I get freaking hyper focused on a piece of media. Since games right now don't really seem that fun to me, or not in general, but like right now I'm not like super into like a game like Cyberpunk or something like that. And it's like, well, I'm gonna use that time where I'm not obsessed with something to focus on my art. Sometimes when you think you're gonna just be super productive, then a certain game comes out and then you're like, oh, I can't focus. I really want to play this. Even if I try to work, I'm not going to work as fast or as good as I want it to be because my brain is just wired for something else. Gotta love that procrastination. Yeah, we're just going to fill in here and then we're going to get into the meat of it in a second. I want to kind of redo these bits here. There's a lot of shots here, like this one for instance, I don't think I'm gonna really touch, but like some of this, or I have a couple of frames missing, but some of it I just want to fix up. And I'll explain that in a bit here once I get to it. Anywho. Where were we? Back to coloring. Oh, am I doing it frame again? I am. Oops. He just I made it. Welcome. Can you make one when someone falls into the volcano and Guardian saves him before he falls into it? There's a burn mark on his forehead and it resembles a symbol. There's no volcanoes in the Guardian. Silly. But no, honestly, I do want to... The story I want to center around, like, what a little bit on the origins and a lot of things, like what does the symbol on her forehead mean? And where does all this come from? What's the deal? I don't want to do a background on that, but that's the problem. How do you do a background on that with a character who's technically not really super related to it? Oh, I have a pretty solid idea on how I'm going to do that for the last bit, but the trick is making the story, showing the story without dialogue and trying to make it not complicated. Because in my head, sounds like a cool idea, but then when you put it on paper and show it to other people, you end up with a scenario like Kingdom Hearts, where it's just, what? What are you doing? The warrior is a character made by the community. What? What are you saying? I made the warrior. I've had concept art for him since the beginning. I mean, sure, his designs aren't final, but I started it. His story is going to be interesting if I, finish this first and get around to actually start making more of the characters. Live long enough to really even create a story for all the characters, but oh yeah, I had an interesting story about him that had some the idea for me for the warrior would be a guy, I don't know. This might change, but I thought it'd be interesting if he uses kind of like a what's it called? I like the idea of, like, in the Avatar, like, earthbending. I wanted to have, like, a character that centers around manipulating the ground. Like, making, moving the rock around. And that could, like, tie into why I wanted his color to be red. Like, he controls the earth, so then he can have, like, the molten lava come from the ground, and he can have, like, kind of like a lava exterior when he's fully suited up. But at the same time, though, his personality, I wanted him to be, like, since he's, like, connected with the earth, he's, connected with plants and stuff like that. But when you associate, a character who control plant life and stuff, they're always centered around the color green. So it's like, that's a thing that I'm figuring out. It's like, well, but he's red, and red means fire and destruction, but then also, so I didn't want to make it confusing. I have ideas for him for that, and then, have him be kind of like, I wanted, because of the earth, because of him being centered around controlling earth, I wanted his, like, weapon of sorts be like a shovel. I've drawn some pictures of him like that. Yeah, I had this whole idea for him, this whole story arc for him, and his story arc was going to be a much more like really, really simple. Well, not simple, I guess, but just really like a solid piece of storytelling where it's just like, the telltale stories of a kid trying to fit in with his peers around him, but he's different. And then something bad happens in the village and his dad dies, and then he has to go off on a trip to exact revenge on the person who burned his village down. The classic revenge story plot. But now, after seeing, like, a lot of mainstream stories trying to do that revenge plot, or like the doing the revenge is bad kind of trope, and how a lot of people have now kind of considered that being a very, very cliche trope now. I'm kind of thinking it should not be that like that, because I don't want to. I want it to be unique, and I don't want people to be like, oh, here we go, another revenge is bad story. So, but I'm trying not to think about it too much, because when I tend to think about other things that I'm not working on, I lose interest in the thing I'm working on. So, I'll be working on the Clairvoyant, and then, oh well, I kind of want to make a warrior story, and then I just stop caring about doing this, and then nothing gets released. I can't finish things on time before I lose interest. Oops. And I've also learned a lot from the whole, like I was saying, with like the fire character and earth character and stuff. Like, it is true though, fire is destruction, but it is also kind of a rebirth in a way, because like I went to Hawaii for Christmas break, and went to like the Lavas National Park there, and you get to see like the Volcano National Park, and it's just a really interesting area, because there's these pits that are technically volcanoes, or dormant volcanoes. You can walk around in them, and you just see lava rock everywhere, and it just looks like it's all dark and gritty and very barren. But at the same time, there's like plants and trees literally growing through the lava rock, which is supposed to have lava underneath. And it's like really, really interesting and pretty sight, because you're like, wow, it is true. It's like lava is destruction, but you can grow from that, and no matter what stuff is gonna grow. It's pretty neat. Yeah, I always enjoy going there. Especially the last time I went, there wasn't as much plants. And then I go back again, and there's freaking trees and stuff growing out. It's like, whoa, cool. Alright, so we need to, I'm gonna show all here. Ooh, that's too far out. Do 75. No, 25. 50. There we go. We need to move some frames around again, because I'm silly boy. Here, this, up here. It would make a quite interesting character to have a red-based character whose element is earth and plants. Yes, that's exactly what I want to go with it, but it's like, I don't want to confuse people. But yeah, that's what I wanted to go with. It'd be kind of cool. Have a non-traditional kind of guardian character where, everyone else kind of is all glowy and stuff, but for him, he's just like, he's glowy, but it's like lava, and then there's just like the chunks outside, how lava hardens because it cools from the air, so you have like, lava rock on top of lava with between the cracks there's the glowing red, kind of like in the shape of like, like the Thing. That'd be kind of a cool concept. But there's some cool story elements I wanted with that too, like, the character himself, I wanted him to be kind of like a pacifist. Ooh, whoops. Have him be like a pacifist. He doesn't like to fight, which is funny because he's the warrior. That's like how he kind of learns, the discipline of fighting. Hey, Johnny Benny, thank you for hosting my stream. Oof, I need to fix that GIF of the Sonic the Hedgehog. It's not doing what I want it to do, but it doesn't like show the full animation on it, but glad I used it for something. How's it going, Nero? I'm just going alright. Glad to be back from Christmas break. Background color. There we go. Cool. Alright, next frame. So, let's see here. How are we gonna do this rock? We'll just do it even darker. Flare, we're on into the frame. Yeah, nothing really is going to change with this frame. It's pretty good. See ya, Toaster. Thanks for stopping by. But yeah, I want to show you guys something from the guys who've watched this Monday. I did a little bit more of the concept work. Again, it's nothing much, but just think of like another golem kind of looking dude. Be kind of cool. Kind of shaped from this armor design that I had. Kind of like a bucket, but I really like the design of it. But thinking like if it was like they transform into like a monster, it'd be kind of like a big ol' like kind of like a walking castle in a way. But I don't know. And also like this cool like sword design. Sword design, shield situation. I don't know. Thing about making designs for armor or characters or clothing is I can never decide on something that looks good. Like, I kid you not. I guess I don't have it up, but I kid you not, like this image here. Oops. This picture I did, I'm not even kidding. I spent like 3 hours straight designing this face mask situation. And I was using references, I was using all this other stuff, and I just could not find something that I liked from it, and I finally made this, and I was like, this is good enough. But yeah, it took me so long, and it was getting very frustrating, because it was like I wasn't doing much of anything. I wasn't being productive. I was literally just drawing a cool face mask, and then wiping it clean, drawing it again, wiping it clean, drawing it again. I could not get a decision on it. You have YouTube chat and Twitch chat on screen. That's incredible. Yeah, I found a cool app for that. Or it was Restream. They have their own little chat app, which is nice. Sort of like, looks like your mask. Yeah, that was another thing too. I wanted to make it similar to the mask on my character, but I didn't want it to be exactly the case, so I wanted to make something a little bit more unique too. But I had just an insane idea on that too with a character like this. It's like face mask up, you can see it. Zap Tank, thank you for the follow. But then when his face mask's down, all you can see is just his pupils, like just 2 dots for the pupils. And I thought that was a cool kind of element with that, you know. Kind of has like a Meta Knight looking kind of look to it. Some random dude. Hey, thank you for the subscription. I hope you enjoy the emote. I want to here in the future, I'm gonna actually swap, because the emote that I'll just spam here for everyone in the YouTube chat, but the base emote I have for Twitch when people subscribe is just this one, my guy saying hi, but I want to switch it up because I have other emotes, but you have to be like tier 2 or tier 3, and I honestly do not know what that means, but it seems like most of my subscribers can't get them. So I think the better emote to have for just as a base subscriber is my dog doing the pog champ. So I'm gonna switch that up probably after the stream to make sure, or make it so that's the tier 1, because it's a better emote. Yeah. Also a reminder, you can, if you're on Twitch, you can put some emotes down on the chat and it'll pop up on the screen. I do ask though, don't completely spam it. Don't be just sending 20 each time, because it can muddle the screen. You still aren't using your 3 byte modes yet. Byte modes. Not sure what that is. Bit emotes. Oh yeah. I forgot those are a thing too. Yeah, I do have to make those. Okay, we're back. Let's get back to work. I'm sorry. I went off on a tangent on there, but I just wanted to let you know about my frustrations on designing and doing concept work. I can't make a decision on something that I like. So it takes a long time. Save. Okay. Also, yeah, I hope you like Random Dude. I hope you like your subscriber little pin. The little flame. Again, appreciate your support, and if you guys are interested in subscribing, I would appreciate all the support on that. I think I need a couple more sub points, and then I can make more emotes for chat. Right now, I think I'm pretty close. I think it's like I need a couple more, but if I can do that, that'd be great, and then I can do another stream where I make more emotes. Bon, go get him. Thank you. Also, in general, too, I'm not going to try to sound like the town beggar on here, but if you do want to support me in any way, the best way is to watch my streams on Twitch. I do appreciate the YouTube streams, but for Twitch, it's a little bit more beneficial, because that ups the traction on that, and I don't get paid on YouTube for streaming, but I do it anyways because I know that's where the core audience is, where all the fans are. Someone said, how do I pronounce my name? And you can pronounce it however you like. I say Nero. That's just how I say it, but I know that's not really exactly right. It's Nero is actually supposed to be pronounced Nero, but I just grew up saying Nero, so it's just I have to really think to say Nero, so it's whatever you guys want to. pronounce it. I don't have, any preference. Yeah, call me Nemo. It's funny. I actually watched Finding Nemo recently, and I'm surprised how well that movie has aged. Being the movie right after Monsters Inc., which in my opinion didn't really age too well. The monsters look really, it looks very dated, but Finding Nemo, it's just a gorgeous movie. If you really look, you can see the age of it, but it's so not that noticeable that anybody can pick it up and enjoy it without being like, how old is this movie? Arrow Geist. A very calm YouTube stream. Well, thank you. I appreciate that. Annie Milan, thank you for the follow. Welcome. I hope you enjoy yourself on the stream. E-Doggy, thank you for the follow. Welcome. Just pronounce it, dude who makes good art. Boom, easy to pronounce. 1010 branding. Oh yeah. I'm down for that. Okay, I'm gonna go fast on the tedious work and then get to the real meat of the stuff and where I need to do some brainstorming. The shots. Ah, I keep tapping my microphone, I'm sorry. Gotta move it. A little bit better. Happy to see more than 4 people in this chat. I'm happy too. I know that they say that keep streaming. Don't look at the views, don't look at the numbers, but man, nothing's more of a good motivation when you actually see that you have the starting years of trying to stream is like 1, 2 viewers, maybe 0 viewers, and you're just like, why am I even here? The Booker Bucks. Still don't know what I'm doing with those. So I suggest save them up until I can figure out a cool thing to do with them. I wanted to talk to a good friend, Scott Falco, because he's really good into making stream interactions on Twitch. He has this whole setup for it, and I want to see I want to ask him some advice on that. He has a program that he uses that works with that, and bounce around some ideas how to use those. One particularly ambitious idea that I thought would be hilarious if I somehow was able to get it to work would be spending them to change my VTuber model into my dog. Like make a VTuber model for my dog, transform me into Booker. I thought that would be really funny to do. For like, do it for like a couple minutes, you redeem it to do it. But what I really want to do for it, somehow, don't know if it's possible. What would make that so much more special and so much more like funny is if I had a voice modulator where when I talk, instead of hearing my voice, you just hear barking. Just pop, 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 pop. What would make it even more funny, make it even more hilarious, if I could somehow, on top of that, get a voice to text program to pick up what I'm actually speaking and lay it out on the stream as subtitles. So I'll be a barking dog, but you can see in the subtitles what I'm trying to say. Now that would be freaking hilarious. But it's a lot of steps and a lot of programs, and I don't know if it could actually work. And then I have some other, other ideas that are much more easier to accomplish, like, sunglasses mode, activate, and then have my VTuber model put on sunglasses for determined amount of time, or change the mask color, or put a hat on. Just funny outfits. That would be pretty neat. So anyways, here, looks kind of angry in this. We're going to change that. But what we're trying to show with this, I'm actually going to turn down the volume just a bit here. One drawback would be called being furry or feral, which isn't bad. It just might be annoying. I could take it or leave it. I have a friend who's a furry, and sounds like a fun lifestyle, honestly. I wouldn't mind. I was dreamed of saying this. Hello, YouTube. You're now famous. Okay, so I'm going to explain my thought process on what I'm doing next here. So, what we have is she's running up and she's showing this big old rock. And my idea for this was she was going to use her powers, and it's going to be a showcase. They're all like all looking weird. Up here. So the idea is she's gonna use her abilities, and this is just gonna be a part in the animation to show the viewer what she can do, what her powers are. We've already established in this that since she's the clairvoyant, she can kind of go into somebody's dream. And she goes into Isaac's dream while he's sleeping, and then accidentally, with her powers, shoves her whole hand in his head, which then pulls out a giant hand from the sky, wakes him up. Little silly moment. So establish that. Then we go to this, which establishes her other powers, which is telekinesis, which I wanted to show in an interesting visual way instead of making whatever object she's pulling glow like, you know, any normal thing. I would think it'd be cool to have bandages or like some wrap of sort like manifest around the object, just appear around, and that's how she picks up stuff. So this whole scene is about that, her using her powers, and most of it's pretty good. I want to maybe cut out some bits, like maybe cut out this bit, but just have it where she starts lifting it up. The thing I want to change, though, or just add on to, is he's watching and he's like, whoa, it's actually working. But then he's going to look away because some noise in the background. In this part, I just kind of mulled over. She just kind of looks and then she gets distracted. It falls down. And then they see this glowing beam in the distance. However, I kind of wanted to show a bit here where instead of her looking at the noise too, I want her to be like excited that she's actually making the rock float. She's actually been able to do it, but then she's gonna look back at Isaac and he's not gonna be looking. So even though he's already seeing and he's like, whoa, this is cool, she doesn't see it herself. So it kind of signifies her kind of like, oh, he's not even paying attention, and kind of pull that negative aspect on it. Because with each character that you want to make, I wanted to kind of make like their motivation. And I wanted to center Claire's motivation around, you know, living up to being like him, because he saved her in the beginning. And pull way back here. But he goes and saves her in the beginning in this little short intro part. And I wanted to, you know, kind of show that, signify that she idolizes him and she wants to make him proud. So that's the whole central plot of the story, is her trying to prove herself to him, to show that she can use this power that he gave her. And, you know, you see all these pictures, little pictures of that she drew of him, because she thinks he's, you know, a great person. So that is something I want to add into, because it will play further in the further editions that play into the plot of the story, where she's just trying to, you know, show what she's made of, or show that she can, you know, she can be like him. But yeah, that's what I want to add, to kind of add like a little bit of a conflict to it. Not like she'll be mad or something, but just enough where it's like, oh, something is upsetting her about that. But I feel like I shouldn't watch these streams because they feel like spoilers. Yeah, technically they are. I'm not spoiling a huge amount of stuff. What I really want to do right now is storyboard some of the end stuff, but I'm just gonna go along with the whole thing right now. I'm just gonna go with what I'm making so far, go along the line. I don't want to fantasize about the ending because, or I guess that's not the term I want, but I want to work on the ending, but I don't want to focus on it because then I'm not going to focus on how to get to the ending, and then that can make it, that can make the story problem. But yeah, that's what I was trying to say with this, is I want to change it to give some little bit more conflict of the story and kind of set up the character motivations. So anyways, now that I explained it, let's actually get into it. First off, been doing past times is just change the head. The head's, I somehow, for whatever reason, made the head too big for most of my stuff, so I'm changing that. Oh, this shot's pretty good. We will probably change this bit where she's looking angry. Have her look at it, because I was trying to go for a determined look, but kind of like a confident smirk instead of what it is. Also change the eyes. They're too big. Oh yeah, first let's change the color of this. But we're gonna just spoilers. So far it's going to be pretty tame, but I do want to pretty much document all what I'm doing on here on stream. So, in the later months, when I start working more on that stuff and the actual animation and stuff, yeah, I might have to put a spoiler tag on there for people who are really affected by that. I'll be making, eventually I'll have to be animate the shots that are just straight at the end of the animation. People jumping in and be like, what? What? No! They're not all supposed to die? I'm just kidding, that's not gonna happen. It's a joke. Don't take it literally. Yo, I remember you. What's up? Nothing much. I'm glad that you remember me. All I want in life is to be remembered. Honestly, though, that plot device of like I don't know, something in any form of media where it's like somebody forgets someone, like a loved one forgets about another person, or a character just gets forgotten, is like it tugs at my heartstring. Just breaks me down, Stuff. Here, if anyone's bully, you tell me, I will hitman them. The only bullies are the ones who keep asking me when this animation is done. Leave me alone, I have a life. Whoops, I hit my microphone. I think it's funny because I watch Scott Falco's streams a lot, and he has his own he has his own series that he's working on kinda, but not really, but understandably so. But every time someone asks, not your average star, thank you for the follow. When everyone asks that, no, when they ask him, they're like, hey, when are you gonna work on your Sig and Tessa series? Every single time every single time he's like, well, I was gonna work on it tomorrow and get it finished. It's actually almost done. I was gonna release it tomorrow, but now that you said that, I'm not going to release it. So everyone, thank this guy for ruining the series. I'm never gonna do it anymore again. And that was pretty funny. Okay. About right. A little bit better. Kind of wanted to shrink the eyes a bit, form the face a bit more. That's another thing too. I can't get a consistent face work, like I have that, but then I have this, and then I have this. It's like I'm trying my best, but I feel like I keep changing to make a rule set. Like going. I already hate it. I hate this. I think it's just the face shape. A little bit better. I kind of love how Narrow does the eyes. I wish I could figure out how to do my eyes. One of the more inconsistent things, I think, for me. Like, back to even. Yeah, I'm starting to get the hang of it. I think the thing I really need to work on is not draw the eye like this, but start out with the circle, then erase from that. Because if I just went like this, and then I start doing the white outline, especially when I'm animating, because it's like, oh, it's like this, but then I do a white outline like this to make the eyeball. If I don't draw the full circle, animate it with the full circle or whatever, then the eyes start making, I have to like start drawing them in a weird shape, and then they end up making a weird line shape just to fit the character, versus when I already had the circle, it'll fit better. Like this, specifically, like it doesn't curve like a circle, it just kind of goes down, so then it's like, well, do I draw it? Is her eye like this? Is it gonna be like this, or is it gonna be a circle? Makes things confusing. So I gotta make a habit of that. Then freaking Isaac's eyes. Supposed to have like smaller, angrier looking eyes. Then he has circular eyes at some points. And I don't know. And then there's this. It's like that. It's like, I don't know what I'm doing. Anyways. Change. Actually getting, this is actually close to what I want L2, so we're just going to change the eyes on that. First though, I'm like some James Bond sounding kind of music. Oh, it's actually called James Bond. I didn't even see that. Oh, that's funny. Sounds like James Bond music. Hey, if I sound rude, just know that I'm not trying to sound rude, but I don't know how to make it not sound rude. How long has this been in development? That's not rude. That's just a curious question. This has been in development for 5+ years. But if you really want to know, this has been in development since April of last year, and the 5+ years, the 5 years since then, nothing was made. I'll admit that. It seems pretty obvious, but don't think that I've been working on this tirelessly. I've been slowly chipping away at it for the past 5 years. No, I only just started since last April. Slowly chipping away then. I had ideas. I've written some things up. I made some things, but once I finished that prologue, I was at a blank for how I wanted to do it. I thought maybe if I made the prologue, by the time I finished it, I would have an idea, but I had no idea. And then life happened. I moved to a new house. I got married. Went on a bunch of trips. I had to get a job because it wasn't paying enough to pay the bills. I have student loans and all that fun stuff. So I had to work a day job, and then how that is. I'm trying my best not to go down that dangerous path where you know your dad was a had dreams of becoming a football star, or he had this whole thing set up, but then life hit him and he had to get a 9-to-5 job to pay the bills, and then his creative spark went away, and he is always depressed that he couldn't be this person that he wanted to be, this great musician or this great actor. And he had dreams, and as a kid you look up and you're like, oh, you were in a band, or you were in these short films. Why didn't you keep going? Oh, I had to get a job. I had to do this. I had to give up my dreams to get a stable life to raise you right. I'm trying not to fall into that, but it might happen. Who knows? I might disappear again. And then you'll never hear from me because I have a kid. I make some little bits of art. Why are so little people watching? Because I'm not entertaining. Also, I'm going really slow. Going off tangent, ranting about life. There, let's turn off this again so we can happening. I don't know. Maybe I screwed it up. It was actually just fine with the way it was, but it does its job. Okay. Fill it up and go to the next frame. Oh, that wasn't right. And normally, in this kind of situation, I would just have the paint bucket tool set to close gaps, because it'll automatically find gaps and close them, versus what I'm tapping right now, nothing happens because there's like gaps everywhere. But Adobe Animate is a poopy butthole, and sometimes will not. It will take a bit for it to find the gaps. So the little AI technology it has and then it will do a does not compute and then crash the whole system. Did I mention I love Adobe? Oh my god, look at that! Just right on cue. Poopy butthole! Adobe! Well, guess I have to exit out of this. Don't dare insult Adobe on stream, they'll come after you. We'll be back at our regular scheduled programming. Just having some technical difficulties. I was doing everything right too. I wasn't using the paint bucket tool. You know, that type of crash that happened where everything turns black, I bought a completely new tablet just because of that, thinking that it was the tablet's fault. My tablet was old and it was making some little weird spark and it was affecting the visual stuff. But now after, 7 months of using this Wacom tablet, it's doing it again. And I still have no clue what's wrong. Well, back at it again. Adobe is the greatest program ever conceived. Anyone who thinks otherwise is dumb. That'll make him happy. There's the gap. There we go. Mateogenic? Genetic? Thanks for the follow. My chair is squeaky. Very squeaky. Life is a lie. Joke's on you, I already know that. I've accepted that. I've been living a lie. I've been sad. Black block. Wow, 18 viewers on Twitch? Hell yeah. Welcome, everyone. Watch me tirelessly do tedious things on this stream. Ooh, that's a good beat to it. Oh, I should probably turn the music up again. There we go. Fighter Sport 31. Thank you for the follow. Hmm. I'm gonna test something out quick with my VTuber rig for a second. Give me just a moment. Pop up some stuff. That's turn off auto blink. So it will blink. I want to. Guys. The smile's not working. That mouth X. Oh, I know why. Well, that's unfortunate. Didn't think about that. Ayo. Never mind. I'm gonna just keep the. I'm not gonna have the auto blink. I'm gonna actually blink. Okay, no, you can't do that. See, watch. When I actually look down at my tablet from the face tracking and start drawing, my eyes are closed. For whatever reason. So that's why I have auto blink on. Oh no, no! Not what I wanted. Get back here, you. Auto blink. Like that then. Unfortunate. What happens when your face is hunched down over a screen? You can't really do good face tracking. But no, yeah, I was trying to set this up. I was trying to test out, because since I'm wearing a face mask on this VTuber rig, I wanted to kind of get more expressions on the eyes. But the expressions, they have to be linked to the eyes and themselves and the mouth. But like if I was gonna smile, my character's eyes will do the little kawaii kind of thing, but it's a little bit more complicated because I have a voice activated thing for my mouth, so it blinks when I talk. Trying Among Us VTuber one day. Oh yeah, I know. I've seen that artist who did like the free VTuber rig for people, but no, I wanted to have it so then like if I'm laughing or if I'm having, well, mainly if I'm laughing, my VTuber rig will act appropriately and look like I'm laughing and not just me be like ha 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 ha. It doesn't look like I'm showing much emotion. But it's a little complicated with all the setups and stuff because I have a voice thing where it tracks my voice, not my actual mouth shape. So that's how the thing is blinking. But I had it set up, Actually, I'll show you. I'm gonna turn off the voice lip sync, audio based lip sync. So now it's a little bit more faded. See my eyes kind of twitch a bit. I need to fix that because it's tracking my face. But if I I have to turn off auto blink. If I smile, then I'll do a little happy thing. Yeah. But still a little glitchy and a little weird if you can see that. But anyways, thank you for the support. If I can still smile. Yeah, there we go. Thanks for the support, everyone. It's a little glitchy. I'm just gonna turn back my regular thing. I mean, I guess I could leave it like that. Oh no, there we go. Anyways, some weird tangent that I went on there, but I want to make it so it. Oh, dude, I didn't do the freaking auto blink. Whoops. Clicking the wrong window. There we go. All right, we're back to it. Keep going off in tangents. So for this, now that we did this, I kind of want to do the background so I can get get the framing done with that. Crazy. Select on the rocks. That's another thing I'm not looking forward to is drawing backgrounds. I'm not good at it. I'm not good at environments. Big old pile of rocks. They're all brittle and got moss. Nara, what VR games do you play? Thank you for asking. I play a lot of stuff. I have all the mainstream VR games out there, I feel like, for Steam or for PC at least. But what I've been really getting into that I've been streaming a lot is the Into the Radius. I have a lot of fun with that, and I have a lot of fun streaming with that too, because I don't know, it's such a, out of all the VR games I've played, it's one of the more immersive ones. Like, it's really cool when you're just like traveling this wasteland, because the premise of the game is like Stalker, if you know that PC game, but it's like Stalker in VR. But you're just like in this Russian wasteland, and you got your own like setup, you got your own gear, you have to, manage your magazines, your ammo, and you got to go and do objectives while monsters try to kill you. And it's just really atmospheric. You just walking through a forest, and it gets all foggy, and you hear whispers, so you pull out your pistol, and you're just like looking around like crazy. It's fun. It's just good fun. In fact, we probably will be doing that on Friday, because I've moved the weekly VR stuff to Friday instead of Monday, because I feel like more people would enjoy it on a Friday than a Monday night. Anyways, quick cheap background. Alright, he's looking at the stone. Neo Nekis, thank you for the follow. I think if anything, if I can't get the face tracking to work like my expressions naturally, I'll just have it binded to a hotkey. So when I'm doing something or something funny happens, I mean, it's going to be annoying because I'll probably never remember to do it, but it's like, oh, something funny's happening, or if something like that's going to happen, I'll press a little key quick, and then or if I'm, pleased about something, I'll press a key and change the expression, then reset it. Anyway, she looks at the rock, she cracks her knuckles. I think I like this shot a lot. I'm not going to change much of it, just change the eyes and the head shape. But then this, I kind of want to change. It's not really that dynamic. It's not much movement. And I think with Claire, I really want to like work on my hands. I want to work on doing anatomy on hands a lot more, because I think like when I think about like someone using telekinesis, the coolest part is what they like, seeing the power, or seeing them move their hands in a way that you can just kind of signify like that power, I guess. Like, when you see a character in a show or a movie, they're gonna move something with their mind, or they have some spell or something, you're always focused on their hands and how like depending on their hand shape, you can really feel that power of them just like it coursing through them, just like, Like it really gets you hyped when you see it. Yeah, like that, like the emote. But like it really, you know, you can get some really cool hand gestures. And I'm not talking like Naruto, like you know, doing the jutsus. I mean like just the way that the hands like flare out when they do their little dazzle. I think you could really get some cool shots with that. And this doesn't look dynamic enough. So this part might be, I mean, all this is pretty much a slog, but this part I might be there might be some long pauses because I'll be literally just be looking at my hand doing shapes, trying to like get a feel and get a reference. Don't hurt me. What's happening? You have an approximate time and plan on doing your VR stream. Sorry, I missed that. Not sure. I think I'll still do an art stream in the morning, but most likely I'll move to in the evening to it. Again, I have a kind of a very unofficial schedule on my Twitch account, and I'm already like, I've already broken that schedule many times. I'm always either late or early. Mostly late. I'm always late on my streams, so I'll make something definite soon. And then when it comes to the VR streams, it's such a pain. It's such a pain to set up because you have to like set up the VR headset, and that's all fine and stuff. But it's like setting Streamlabs with it, getting it to work, getting the audio to work. I gotta always manually set where the audio of my microphone, and then I have to do a test on the microphone because it's always different. I gotta test the levels so it's not too loud, not too quiet. And then I gotta set up the overlay in VR so I can get Twitch chat or get the chat rolling on my VR, and I can see chat. And then that sometimes never works. And then I'll be thinking I'll be good to stream, and then I'll start streaming, and then audio's not working. Just the fact that I'm standing with my headset on, it's a lot of trial and error versus just setting up an art stream where I can like do it all and see it all on Streamlabs. But with the VR headset, it just things a lot slower. So I'll be like, oh, I'm gonna stream in 15 minutes, but then setting it up takes about 45. I should invite guests onto his streams. Looks around nervously. You say this like I'm some social butterfly. Maybe in the future I'll be confident enough to even say, hey, I'm going to a VR chat room. Come join me. I get anxiety just going there and not streaming. Just going as a random person who in a random group where there's nobody knows who I am. Like somebody will point me out and be like, hey, who you over there? And I will just freeze up and not talk, even though my mic's working. And I'll act like my mic's not working, and I'll do charades because I just don't want to say anything. Whoops. That's this color going. Yeah, hands are impossible. I somehow managed with these. I don't know how I did it with this. It's always a crapshoot for me with hands. I'm proud of my past self making the hand crack thing. Like usually, that is. I don't think I could replicate this even now. And these are pretty good hands too. Again, references. That's all I can say. Just stare at your own hand if you have to. There's also a lot of programs and a lot of resources out there to show like hand gestures. A lot of people doing just hand practices where they just do a bunch of hand gestures of sorts. Your number one, it's your best friend being an artist, is references. Why I'll be staring at my hand. This. And crack up. First, we're going to change all these lines. There we go. And now, just put my hand on the screen and draw around it. My hand's big, though. Okay. Said that. At me. Here we go. This is my hand. Oh, I should probably turn off touch on my screen and just start breaking stuff. Yeah. There. Look at that. Easy peasy. Not even gonna color it. This is gonna be part of the animation. So now you know the relative size of my hand on the screen. So when you look, that means with a closed hand drawing, the closed hand drawing stuff, my hand pretty much takes up the whole screen because I can't afford a bigger tablet. I would love to get one of the big ones. 60 inch, not 60. What's it called? 20 inch, 24 inch Wacom tablet. That'd be nice. You'd think with having such big hands I could make stable line drawing, but you know, usually how my hand goes. If I am not 100% focused, my hand will just shake like I have Parkinson's. All right, let's do the thing. Excuse me. I'm not tired. I just am yawning. It's morning here. Well, it's actually midday. It's 1 p.m. Oh yeah, whenever my freaking thing does this and then I freeze, it's because I'm drinking water. My head goes out of frame for the tracking. I got good sleep tonight too. Oh my gosh, I can't stop. Excuse me. I actually got some good sleep. I slept in. I came back on my trip. It was like 16 hours of flying and then having to drive another uh another what's it called? Another 4 or 5 hours. 4 hours, 4.5 hours. Another driving for 4.5 hours. I was awake for like 40 hours straight with all the flying and stuff. Uh, ooh, you lost your hand. So I've been kind of trying to catch up on that, but from what I remember, you can't scientifically, you can't catch up on sleep. You just kind of lose it. You gotta deal with it. But I slept in today, and it felt good. Oh shoot! What am I doing? Goodness gracious me! I need to change the eyes. They're too big. You'd probably just shrink them. The sound working? Oh, there it is. Just took a long time to load the next song. Would I rather take a road trip or would I fly? It really depends on where we're going. I mean, the idea is to explore a state, or the idea is to explore a certain region of the area. Then definitely drive, because then that's where you go. You're always stopping at places. But if you're going to a specific destination, you're like we're gonna go to here, and that's the trip. Then I definitely fly, because then you want to spend more time at that place. Actually, I'm just gonna redraw these. See what we can do here. You know, I gotta use reference to the first shot, because I think I did good eyes on that. Way back where? Ooh, jeez. There we go. Those are the eyes I want. Feeling them. They need to find a better way. Rub. Yeah, and then... Now those are too big though. Gotta shrink them down. Longest drive in my life was like 5 hours, maybe. Yeah, I've been on many road trips. The thing is, though, I still need a plan for stuff. Like, if I'm going on a road trip, I need to research what to see. Even though I'm very spontaneous in nature, I'm not a fan of being like, let's just pull into here in like 3 seconds. It gives me a lot of anxiety. It's like I'm not mentally prepared to go wherever we're going. Like, I need to plan it out, plan a pathway. A bit of an American thing, I think. Yeah, well, kind of makes sense. It's like most of our country is just, you know, open road. Like, you gotta drive 6 hours to get to what, you know, another place. A lot about the sightseeing through that. it still blows my mind too when you're flying in America and just you look down and you see just nothing but wilderness. And you're just like, how is this a thing in this time frame? How is like if I just somehow appeared in that forest, I'm just screwed. Just away from civilization for miles, even though technically you're in America. Blows my mind how much there is. I don't know to draw with this mouse. There we go. Alright. Good enough for me. Drawing on the wrong... Wait. I'm drawing on the wrong layer. What is wrong with me? Joss' fault. Thank you for the follow. Yay. Much better. Okay. 21 viewers on Twitch. Oh, hey, look at that. The road to partner is a tough one for an art streamer. That's for sure. Okay, so now that I just did literally nothing for the past 20 minutes, let's do the hands. These hands are okay, but they're not what I want. So we're gonna get rid of them. I'm gonna do this. I guess first we're gonna change the color because I might take stuff from there to make it a little bit easier for me. Forearms are fine. So we're going to this reference to get rid of these guys, but then we'll use onion skinning to see what I had before, so I can get the reference of the size, so I can completely screw. Okay. Me and family are planning to hike again once we get permits to do it again. Hiking is not permitted. Hiking I guess it really depends. I think I am not so super into. I'm not an avid hiker, but I think what it means is like you get permits to go to a certain place. Not like you have permit to hike, period, but like, oh, you need a permit to hike in this park. Yeah, that's what it is. Yosemite. It's like in my area, there's the Boundary Waters, which is this forested area in northern Minnesota that's on the boundary between the U.S. and Canada, and you have to get permits to camp there and to go hike around there. And because they don't want people in that area or in those areas to camp willy-nilly, they have like specialized areas to camp at, and they want to regulate who, how many people are going into that area to camp. So there's not too many, not too many people. They can regulate the trash because people are terrible and they'll leave their trash around, so they can really, kind of track that and not keep the environment from getting trashed that way. So you have to do like a waiting list, and you have to, a certain amount of people can sign up. Luckily for the Boundary Waters, it's such a freaking massive place that you won't have trouble finding a place. You just, it just depends on how far you need to drive to get to it, or how far you have to hike. Anyways. Alright, so hands are fun, right? So let's look at my hand here. Honestly, this first hand is not too bad. I'm just thinking mostly the backhand. That's just, I have to work on that. Yeah, honestly, I shouldn't have even deleted it. That's actually a decent. Huck, I'm dead. What's this project about? My chat just got quiet. Yeah, it's quiet because I'm a boring person. There we go. That kind of. Kind of hope that makes. Kind of does. Do I have a Discord? Technically, yes. I do not have the link for it, though. It is a fan-made Discord. I feel like a broken record saying this, but it's like I do want to make just lazy. I'll get there eventually. This is looking pretty good. Oh, I didn't. How can I contact you then? I do have an email. I want to help me on my story. Thank you. I appreciate the concern on that, but I'm good. Whoops. Just realized something. This is not a good cut because I have these shots right here. They look cool. And then cut to this, it's not the same hand gesture. Oh boy. Son of a gun. All that work for nothing. Yeah. Don't make sense. We gotta do that shot then. So then... Fudge. Alright, we'll do it like that. All like it like that. I hate drawing hands. It sucks. Back and forth. This sucks. Because now I'm starting to doubt this shot, even though I like it. Your hands are all in a cool pose, but the whole thing, a premise of this shot is to kind of, it's like a light rise. I mean, I said before, I was like, I wanted it to be a little bit more dynamic, but mostly I just wanted to signify that her hands are starting to glow. Just a subtle thing. Her hand starts glowing. The thing starts wrapping, and then that's when she's like, "Oh, I'm starting to work on it." And then she closes her fist down, which again, cool. But I got to make this shot a little bit more dynamic, and that's when the things wrap around. And I'll just give a thumbs up, and she'll actually do like the motion of it. The gradual change. Oh, we could just go with it. Isn't this fun, guys? Wish I work faster. I want to just get completely sidetracked on this. Thing I need to work on, for me personally, on hands, is finger length. I always draw my fingers too short. Too short, they're too stubby. Like, hip, 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 hip. The digits are cut off and they really need to be like, hip, 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 hip. And the thumb is like, really supposed to be like, done. That. It's the fingers. This way. There. A little bit more of the angle that I've been wanting. Fingers still seem fat. I don't know. Go back to it if I don't like it, but we need to do this other hand. Keep that, but we're this. Oh. Because let's. Actually. Would actually. Or it'll act. This. Out this way. Yeah, and then thumb will roll, or this will be like this a little bit. Thumb muscle this way with this kinda. Full slam. Yeah, looking like that. My tummy is rumbly. I'm hungry. that, I guess. Very messy, but let me make this a thing. Erase these. Oh shoot. This a bit. Uh-oh. Got my angles wrong. Boy howdy. Screwing up. Like this, then there wouldn't be enough. Bit better. What we need to do now is get color a little bit farther away. I just gotta work on the fingers. Fingers are not having it. They're not doing it. Adobe Animate's terrible. Say as I'm Adobe Animate. Oh, wait, no, I take that back. I don't want this thing to crash. Please, please, Adobe, don't do it. Uh. A little bit better. I don't know. I should I'm just gonna say this. I'm gonna say that's good for now. Then I'll next frame on this, where they kind of get slightly raised, but I'm not going to dwell on it because I think it's one of those things that's stumping me, and I feel like I need to go back at it with a fresher mind. We're going to leave it as it is. Because holy crap, I just fried on that. I like this one. Do not like this one. I need to figure this one out a bit better. I think I'm just gonna. I keep dwelling on it. Not gonna find the right one. It's gonna be like I said in the earlier this stream. I'm gonna spend 3 hours on one hand, where I like it. So we're gonna just move on from that first. Harder storyboard hands versus fleshing out the animation. One second. Right here. All right, we're gonna change this frame up like crazy. A lot of things wrong. Oh my god, I already forgot the question. I'm dumb. Is harder storyboard hands and fleshing out animation? It's a very broad question. It depends on the animation. I say animation is much harder and much more frustrating because you're not drawing the thing you're doing. You're drawing, but you're studying the movement and the anatomy of the characters while they're moving, so each frame is a completely different thing, and you gotta make sure it looks smooth and then looks good. It'll just be bonking your head on a brick wall if you're having trouble with certain shots and angles. Oh my gosh. Alright, before we start this though, BRB, I'm gonna go to the bathroom and I'm gonna get a sweatshirt because I'm cold. And I'm gonna grab a granola bar or something because my stomach is rumbling and it's distracting me. So yeah, I'll be right back. All right, I'm back. What's new? So I went to the kitchen to get something because I'm hungry, and I looked at the slightly healthy granola bars that I could eat. And then I looked over to the massive Reese's peanut butter cups that my sister got me for Christmas. Like, I don't know if you know these, but they're like the big ones, like half pound. I don't know if it's like quarter pound. Feels like quarter pound. Maybe half pound. I don't know. I'm not good at dealing with weight, but it's massive. And it just called to me, and I'm gonna eat it. Oh my god. It was delicious. Okay. So that's like literally what I needed. Big ol' Reese's peanut butter cup. So continuing on this. We're gonna change the shot here because it's a good angle, but I need to make it a little bit more dynamic. By that I mean I just need to change the hands. Do a different motion, so. Oh. Sorry. My friend was on the YouTube chat and he was trying to troll me, so I blocked him for 5 minutes. Lash again. Is that a light rune in the forehead of the character? It is a symbol that I made up myself that I did no research on, so it might mean something terrible, or it might mean something else in reality, but I drew a thingy. Yeah, anyways, my friend, he likes to, every now and then he'll stop by on a stream, and he'll be like, gonna finish that Mariner's Revenge song? Because I told in high school, I told him I was gonna finish this Mariner's make a music video, or I forget the band's name, but the song is the Mariner's Revenge song. And it's a good song. I love the song, and that's why I wanted to make an animation for it, but it's like a 7-8 minute long song. So I started making it and I was like, oh, this is not gonna work. It's so long. And I was still a novice at animation, so it was very janky. Then I kind of gave up on it. But now he just let it go. Keeps telling me to finish it. Shoot. Okay. So we shrunk the head a bit, and I want to change these hands. They're actually not too bad, but it's just when they close down, they just look kind of weak. So we're going to change that. First we'll change the eyes. The better. Oh. I gotta do more hand poses in front of my face to see how this works. I think what I got here that I don't like, I think this arm to go down a bit more. The man of the hour is back. So, hands right here. How dare. Clairvoyant's looking good, my dude. Hey, thanks. Treat yourself. Thank you. I've been meaning. I saw that you've been in our Discord group playing Escape from Tarkov. I've been meaning to get back into that. So one of these nights we'll have to play it because it's a fun game. Got this. Just then we will program are you using? Adobe Animate. Don't do it. You're gonna start out in animation, use literally any other program. I'm only using it because I'm a stubborn old coot that won't learn another program. But if you're starting out and you're looking for a program, use something else. Because this program will fail you. Adobe Animate will break your heart. Want to learn... What's it called? I want to learn... Crap, I can't remember what it's called. I want to learn Toon Boom Harmony. Good program. But anyways, what we're gonna do with this is we're gonna have their fists closed as like I had before, but I'm gonna change it where change it, I think, where the angle of the fists are going to be much better. Like it's look is awkward. Oh. Both are hanging down like this. All this. Kinda? I don't know. How long have I been streaming? 2.5 hours. A little over 2.5 hours. Gonna go for a couple more. For sure. Kind of started a bit late. Gonna hopefully, if I can go fast, try to finish this segment. I gotta work on the next segment. Then we'll be really close to finishing the storyboard for this. If I can finish the next couple segments that I want to change up, send out the last bit of it, we'll be getting the first part done with the storyboard, and then we can please work on the animation. Draw doodles. have returned. Welcome back. My gosh. Having some phlegm issues. That's a little bit better. I kind of I deleted the other frame, so I can't really make a reference of it. But I want to think that this looks a little bit better. So let's watch Nero draw the same thing and say it looks better. The way I roll. Nero, your guardian vid inspired me to be an artist, so thank you since you made that video. Well, hey, man, thank you. I mean, I appreciate that. My art can do some good. Oh yeah, here's a shot. Yeah, I changed it from that to this. Literally, pretty much the same thing, but the head's so much bigger, and the arms are a little bit better. I hope it's better. I don't know. Oh shoot. She's making a Pixar, or not Pixar, she's making a DreamWorks face. With one eyebrow up. She'll look up at him and he's gonna be like, yeah. I'll do a shot here that I want to add. That will be again, guys. Do the fist, and then it'll be the cool dynamic, like, and that's when the thing will start lifting. She'll start lifting it. I haven't even gotten halfway through this Reese's peanut butter cup, and I'm already like, ugh. Massive head. Oh yeah, I should. I'm here. This frame literally does not need to change at all. I'm just gonna do the same thing I always do. Shrink the head. Then we will. Okay, that's good. So. Oh. Okay, so that's a problem. We need to separate that. Here's color. These frames up here. Place. Color. Go. This. That will get wrapped around. Like that. So, shoot. Okay. E needs to be changed too. Anatomy is all out of whack. Maybe I need to. Look at that. Hey. It happened again. I should have like a ticker, like a timer, up on like the top left. Say times flashes crashed per stream. Nobody's answered your question. What was the question? Licorice, yay or nay? Licorice, yay or nay? Not a fan. All right, Flash, let's just load this up and start this again. Come on. Come on! There we go. There we go. There she be. Music though. I only like black licorice. Yes, the only licorice, real licorice. Ah. Not a fan of it. I could take or leave with red vines and regular. Black licorice is what I'd imagine if someone wanted to say, hey, let's take this cigar and turn it into a candy. I'm not a fan of licorice. It's one of those candies where if it's nothing else, I'll eat it. Like, you know, just Twizzlers, I'll have a Twizzler. Whatever. It's an alright snack to munch on if you're just hungry for something, but it's just... My wife loves black licorice, and I just sticks in your mouth. Flavor. Call it flavor. Alright, so... So with this guy, well, we gotta go back, find his color. Now, the thing is too, I might need to add another frame in here because he looks disappointed, but then after that it's just her, and I feel like we need another frame where he's like either walking over or he just a reaction frame, like, oh, here we go, she's trying to move this rock, just to kind of establish it, because it's just like it seems like it goes on for too long before she looks back at him, and then he's already kind of like looking, like, I feel like it's a little disorienting. So we should do right here. Establishing shot. I mean, I guess technically too, he did kind of have the reaction, like, maybe like, you know, maybe maybe he should have a shot, like he, like, okay, he rolls his eyes or something, and then have him walk towards the frame, and then it cuts to another sorry, cuts to another shot that's kind of like he walks over, and then it cuts to another shot where he Claire's like right here, and he like just kind of walks over and then down on a rock. So then he like sits down on a rock. Very, very quick, but he walks over, then sits down on the rock, and then have another shot, which is this shot right here, the same angle. It's the same angle as this, maybe kind of zoomed out a bit, and then he just kind of gestures like, okay, begin, you know, like, let's go. And like, I'm ready to watch. And that's when it goes to this shot, and then she looks at the rock, and then that might be a better establishing. I mean, I don't want to pad out this more, but it makes it a little bit more makes a little bit more sense. Like, okay, let's see what you can do, kind of, instead of just jumping in. So yeah, we should just do that. These are very One time I had Russian candy that was black licorice flavored, and it's like, okay, whatever. Not a fan of the flavor. It was like a hard candy, like a Jolly Rancher. My friend gave it to me. It was black licorice, and I'm already like, oh, this is kind of gross. But he's like, oh, just eat it. It's fine. Just keep doing it. So I indulged him, and I kept eating it. Or I kept keeping it in my mouth. You know how you eat, you know, Jolly Rancher, you just kind of suck on it until it disappears. But then it started, I was just, you know, sucking on it, whatever, and then I bit it and like broke it in half. There's a little pocket on the inside of this candy. It was like, it was straight up like salt and like a spicy gel, and it was really spicy. And I'm like, oh god, what the fuck? I was not expecting that. Now I understood why he gave me Russian candy out of nowhere. He wanted to see my reaction. Just spicy. Like, god. And that's the thing. I love spicy food. I have Flamin' Hot Cheetos up on my fridge that I'm excited to just dig into. But candy? Not for me. All right. Let's see. Being completely frames here. Could just take. We're just gonna see how it looks. Change things if. I love how inconsistent I am with Isaac's horns doing this storyboarding, because I can't decide whether if I want it to be like a point, or the end to be a point like this, be cut off like this, shave the points off, or just simply like this, sticking up. Kind of just like the sticking up portion. This whole thing kind of cool, but I feel like it'd just be a nightmare to try to animate. To animate all the angles for it. But this is just simple. Drawing the head too big. I'd like to do. I mean, the blunt horns are neat. I like the design idea. I might just keep it that way. I don't know, I just feel like down the line when I have to animate stuff like this, it's gonna be annoying to try to whatever, we'll figure it out. And see what I mean also with this whole character shape thing? Like I already know that I'm drawing him. Draw him to figure out what's it. Gotta also work on my muscle. That great. Ah. That is a little bit. His neck is a little too long. Now everyone's talking about Cheetos. Hell yeah. Raise a conversation about Cheetos. Done my duty. Chat for a second here. Look at a reference of my old work so I can figure out how to draw him again. I forget very quickly. First off. Drawing them beefy pecs. Muscle man. Oh. God, this is... F's in the chat. I got excited for a minute. I thought you really were the Gooseworks. fan of the works of Goosework. Yeah, anyways. Pretty good. Pretty good. Pretty good. It's funny because okay, so he gonna I love how I make this shot and it looks good, but then comparative to the shot that it's like literally the same angle but just zoomed out is now I have to redo this one because it doesn't look as good. Oh my god. We'll do that in another. It's so much better. Like, in fact, this is the best representation I've drawn of him since I've started drawing him. Like, all these shots are still pretty decent, but I like that one too. His head's still a little too big, though. I can never settle on how I draw my characters. This angle's so much better. Arrow playing Minecraft again. Ever. Can't tell me what to do. I need to have him. To have him kind of doing. See, here's the thing. I'm trying to play a balance here with him because I do want him to be the grump, this grumpy older dude, but at the same time, I don't want it to make it like annoying, so like endearingly grumpy, I guess, because like I was saying before, I want this whole little sequences to show, to show her powers, but when she's, want to also show her motivations being that she just wants to prove herself to him. She wants to, make him proud with the powers she's got. And that's what I was going to do. I was going to change this sequence where he's, it's like, whoa, this is pretty cool. But then he gets distracted. So then when she finally looks over and sees that he's not looking, at her finally achieving it, to her, it's a big deal. Like, it's kind of, you kind of see that emotion being like, wow, he's not even looking, That's what I want the conflict to be. Like, that's her kind of character development, is trying, getting over, trying to prove herself. And I want to do that in a way that's believable, but I don't want to make it out like he is a complete jerk, I don't want it to be like, I want it to be more of a misunderstanding than anything. I don't want to be like, people be like, oh, he's a jerk. Why is, who cares about him? Why is he why is he a good guy? She should beat him up or something, I don't want it to make it seem like a kind of like a mentally abusive relationship. I just want it to kind of perceive it to be like, he's not paying attention, but he still does care. So I'm trying to find a balance of that, so it doesn't seem like he's just a jerk the whole time, but just, should lighten up just a little bit. So maybe when he rolls his eyes, he'll smile a bit, kind of like, all right, I guess, kind of like, not like super grumpy about it, but just like, all right, let's go, let's do this. I just don't want it to seem like he thinks that she's not great or not good enough. Always disappointed with her. Because, that's not... I'm not trying to make it that way. Not the bad guy. Imagine Nara playing Among Us with fans and Crabbox V8 characters. My mask reminds me of that. I don't know what that is. That's old. Maybe he doesn't roll his. Just. He just smirks like, all right, that's. Can't speak or text in real life, I just vomit words. Violet Otaku, thank you for the follow. You know, I kind of wanted to have a... Sounds kind of weird, but kind of wanted to have, like, I have a, you know, mask on my character. It's kind of like a persona, I guess, but I thought of, like, why would my character wear a mask or a gas mask? And I thought it'd be kind of an interesting... I thought it'd be, like, interesting to be, like, kind of like an analogy to my, like, to my 80. Like, because whenever somebody talks about anything that's, like, remotely interesting for me, especially, like, something that I'm really into, I tend to just kind of vomit out words. Or I'm just, like, just won't stop talking about it. So it's like the mask is supposed to keep that in, so I don't just vomit out words. Because of my hyperfixations, or called. Oh, you had a mask because of COVID. Well, that is that too. It was just an idea. But yeah, that's also another thing. It's just convenient that it's about COVID. That I could say it's about COVID. I'd still probably would be putting a mask on my character if there wasn't a pandemic. Then for this shot, looks up, but also he will fold his arms. Maybe. Oh, shoot. Flash froze for a second there, and I got a little worried. So walk over. And then oh. Yeah, we're gonna go about for another half hour, by the way. Then I'm going to take a break. But I'm really digging what we're getting here. Mainly, I'm just really pumped that I got a cool looking shot for Isaac. Don't know about the arms folding though. I might need to change those. The whole thing about arm folding, it's just weird. Like I can't get a good concept on it. Can't get a thing. I think I need to do. I think his shoulder is like. So he looks, he has his little thing, and then he's going to transition to one. Head will be down, and then that'll be the transition where he'll unfold his arm. Again, shot of him. And up to here, which again, very quick sketch. Character walks up here, right here. Sits down and then he'll. I don't think I'll do another camera shot. Or no, I can. I'll do it. Talking to myself, sorry. But you see what I mean? hold out here. See you later, Goose. Thanks for lightening up the chat for us for a bit. Very, very, heavy, very. I don't know what I'm doing. For that. Sorry, I'm just adding more frames. I'm so happy that I was able to figure out my my mic issue, because it was annoying when my mic would just pick up all of my keystrokes. I was able to figure out all of the sensitivity settings and the noise gate. I'm not sure if it's perfect. I don't think it's perfect, but it's way better than it was before. Kudos to Nero for doing this all just because. I'm surprised I have any viewers at this point. I'm really doing boring stuff right now. It's been me not talking and just drawing. So, appreciate everyone staying on, but yeah, bit of a slog. I understand that. Arr. Enjoy it. I'm gonna head off. Hey, buddy. Well, thank you for stopping by. Thank you for staying as long as you did. I appreciate. If you had any questions that I missed, I apologize. But we'll see you until next time. Make a community post with a link to the fan Discord. Yeah, I mean, I can. Yeah, I could do that. You know, if anything, since it's already pretty much set up, I'm just gonna ask the people who are running it if I could just, like, hey, thanks for all the hard work you made. Now can I have it? Which I'm sure they'd be fine with, but since it's already all set up and stuff, and they have all the different things, I'd have to figure out like rules and guidelines and stuff like that, so there's not, you know, rowdy people. But I know it's just scary having a public Discord that's not like subscriber based, or like, you know, subscriber for Twitch at least, because I hear all these horror stories from like Scott Falco and other YouTubers who are like, yeah, I had a public Discord once, it did not go well. Like, it's just like just complete anarchy. So get stressed out having to, you know, try to be responsible and try to handle that. And another thing too, having a fan Discord kind of stuff, like, or having a, not fan Discord, just a Discord in general, I just, you think of me as this guy who is gonna, you know, if you think of it as an avenue to chat with me, like if you think of it, oh, if Nero has a Discord, he can chat with his fans and do other stuff, and they can post memes together. I'm not that kind of person. It's very hard for me to keep up in the messaging world. Like, even with the Discord groups I'm in with friends and stuff, I barely post. I'm not a person who sends memes over or anything like that. I just, every now and then will say something if someone asks me a question, or Even then, I won't even answer because I just can't keep up with messaging. Just not for me. It's very hard it's hard to get a hold of me. Or not get a hold of me, but it's hard for me to contribute to conversations, especially when it comes to messaging. So having a Discord will be cool if people want to chat amongst each other, but realistically, I might not post much on there. I'll post like maybe probably updates and stuff, but I won't be talking to people. And that's not because it's like, oh, I'm not gonna talk to the masses of the group. I just don't talk on messaging things. So yeah, I can post the fan Discord, but if people really want to go there, but just don't try it to temper expectations. It's gonna be, contributing like a crazy amount. Yeah, chat is slowing down. I'm probably gonna be heading out here in like 10 minutes or so. Just wanted to finish up this a little bit at least. Whoa. And pump on this out quick. rolling on over there. Hey, look at that. Good setup. Okay. I think this is the time to say I think this is the time to let's leave it off today with that. Almost at 4 hours here, but I don't know. Yeah, so let's look at what we got here. So yeah, I want to say that we did a lot, but we colored that in. Then we did this shot. Moving forward, we're gonna do this shot, and then just me updating these and the rocks, all that stuff. You know, not gonna lie, that was not that much in 4 hours, but still chatted with fans, right? Right? God. I just want to get the storyboarding done because this is for me, this is the hard part because I have to think from a blank slate. Even though I technically have these scenes done, I have to do a lot of new stuff and change a lot of things. But yeah, once we get the storyboard section of this first 5 minutes or so done, then we'll start with the animation. So yeah. Anywho, hope everyone has a good time, or had a good time watching this. We will pick this up again in a future date. I'm gonna maybe do an art stream on Friday, and then some VR too after that, and maybe since it's a Friday night, depending on what other people are doing, I might do. I know that a couple of other artists are playing a lot of games that are VR compatible recently, and if they want to do something VR or not, I guess I might stream with them. They might be streaming stuff, and I might be streaming stuff at the night. So again, though, that's spontaneous. It's not scheduled for anything. Just keep an eye out. Maybe I'll be on a night playing some games or something. So yeah. Well, talk to you guys later. So bye. Thanks for watching, and thanks for all the support. Thanks for the subscriptions and the follows on Twitch, and we'll see you again in the future. So yeah.